if you've wondered where your basting stitches are on the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic 3, I'm going to show you a couple ways to find them and also ways to find other stitches if you can't remember where they are. So in the utility stitches, menu A1, we are going to find our basting stitches a little bit further down, and they are going to be stitch 20, 21, and 22. Once we go over kind of what they are and how to find them, I am going to show you how they are used and stitch them out. Now, if you are kind of going, well, which one is which, or which one do I want to use, touch the question mark. Once it's pulsating and you touch a stitch, it will pop out with what it is and how it is going to be used. Now this first one, I'm going to make a note because this really makes a difference. For temporary seams, and it's a long stitch, and you can see by the picture that it is meant to be a longer stitch with reduced tension to make it easy for the seam to come out. And I'm going to show you what this actually means. Now you could take any stitch and reduce the tension and it will come out, but I'm going to actually show you how that actually is so ideal. And if you didn't realize it, why I'm so excited about it. Okay, the other two are going to have a slightly different way of doing it. Stitch 21 is a straight basting stitch, and what it's going to do is it's going to take two stitches, and then it's going to stop and lower the feed dogs, and you're going to drag the fabric through, and when you step on the foot control a second time, it's going to take two stitches, stop, lift the foot, lower the feed dogs, and then you can drag. So you could have a basting stitch that is anywhere from small or big, and you are in control of how long those stitches are. And that third one is actually kind of a zigzag version of it. So it's going to take a stitch, not just together, but a stitch and a zig, and then stop, let you drag. So it's kind of a tack instead of two stitches in one place. Okay, so what if you are turning on your machine and you're staring at your straight stitch and you're like, I don't remember where those basting stitches are? Let's use some of the tools built into this machine to find the stitch. Go up to the second icon at the top. This is kind of your built-in user's guide, and I'm actually still right where I left off. So I'm going to just kind of come back out, and let's use the search box. By touching here, the keyboard comes up, and let's just type in baste. Let's just start with that. Don't need basting stitch, just search. Touch the little icon that will search, and let's go into, here are all the different parts of the manual that have basting in them. Now, even though we're on the sewing side right now, there is a basting option in the embroidery. That's that basting box that will say connect your fabric to your stabilizer. So if you're floating it and it's not hooped, that is a great feature and used in a lot of places. So that is also a term of basting. So let's do stitch overview, and here we can see that this is the list of stitches, and we can see right down as we kind of continue scrolling, it has found our 3 basting stitches, and the information that when I touch the question mark and touch the stitch that popped up, it's right here next to the stitch. So again, if you're looking for information about something you want to do, or you just don't remember where it is, your applique stitches, your satin stitches, you can use this feature to find your stitch. So we can see which menu it's on and which stitch it is, and it looks like actually that column is also which foot you're using. Let's just scroll back to the top. That's really helpful. So it's like presser foot is going to recommend which foot to use. Okay, so we can come back out here, can type in another search, and there's lots of other ways to find your stitches. So let's just go back into sewing, start new, and let's start with stitch number 20. This is the one that's actually going to sew, but it is at a reduced tension, and you can see that right on the screen here. It says that it's 2.4. So as I start to sew, you're going to see the stitch is at its longest stitch length, and let's just go ahead and take a look at what you see on the back side. So being that it has that reduced tension, Can you see how you've got these kind of loops sticking out? Well, because we have such a loose stitch, that is going to allow, now I'm going to just make sure I'm not hung up here. I'm going to give it a little clip. But I can just easily come in after I've checked if it's not perfect. Remember, that's the reason to do a basting stitch, but look how easy it is to just pull the stitches right on out and remove them and start again. Next, let's use stitch number 21. As I picked it, you already heard the feed dogs lower, so let's see how this works. I'm stepping on my foot control, 2 stitches, and the foot lifts up. So slide the fabric. This almost takes 2 hands, so meaning you're going to have to kind of pull it as you go. Slide forward, step on the foot control, 2 stitches, foot comes up. And then I could do like one more small one, foot comes up, and that would show you you've got nice, easy, long stitches, and then those 2 will be easily pulled out when you go to remove it at a later time. Stitch number 22, that's that zigzag basting stitch, so let's go ahead. You kind of see the needle is stitching and then stitching across and then stopping. So whatever your preference is. And here, we can see the little extra zig in the stitch, but still just as easy to take out when you're done. So I hope those tips for finding your stitches in the user's guide was helpful. Plus, we learned 3 more stitches that are built into the Husqvarna Viking Epic 3. If you're looking for more information, these tutorials right here at the end is the complete playlist of all the ins and outs of this machine. Plus, we have online courses like how to master rehooping, like you see on this quilt, and also our embroidery essentials quilt that's kind of peeking out down there between the machine and on the table. There's free videos that you can watch in all of our courses to see if that course is right for you.